Styles spread like the plague. Once enough people like something, practically every home in America has it. You'd have to be living under a rock not to notice that granite is everywhere. It seems like everybody either wants or has a granite countertop, and you know, luckily that's not the case. Just the other day, I got an email asking about concrete countertops. Yes, concrete. And I was so relieved. Now, that's not because I don't love granite. I do. Granite is gorgeous, but you know, sometimes you just need a change, and concrete is a great way to mix things up. When you want to learn about concrete, you go to a concrete contractor, which in my case meant traveling to sunny California to visit Blade Penza, the owner of Advanced Concrete Enhancement. Immediately upon arrival, Blade took me on a tour of his facility, and I learned quite a few interesting facts about concrete countertops. 1. Concrete countertops can hold their own against hot pans.
You can put a hot pan on concrete. At some point, if it's hot enough or too hot, you can burn the surface.
Just don't push it.
I tell people to err on the side of caution. If you have a hot pan, use a hot pad. 2.
Concrete countertops are hard, really hard.
And it's right up in the same neighborhood as granite on the hardness scale. Granite's number 8 and this is a number 7.
Wow. But the most unexpected thing I discovered about this ultra tough material was it's soft. It's incredible how soft it is. I can't even believe that. Wow. Yes, soft. And I do mean really soft. Surprisingly soft. Baby's bottom soft. It's unbelievable how soft that is.
That's why we call it the rub stone, because once you start rubbing it, you can't stop.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
So soft and smooth, I couldn't stop touching it. It's unbelievable how soft this is. And if that's not enough reason to convince you to consider concrete countertops, if having the best feeling countertop on the block doesn't excite you, then what Blade told me next definitely will.
There's a long list of things that can go wrong with concrete. Concrete, as you know, can crack, concrete can steam, concrete can warp and twist. So all those things that people say and the terrible things that people comment about concrete countertops, the truth is they're all true.
That's not good to hear.
Yeah.
No, it's not. In fact, that's enough to make you never want a concrete countertop, even if it is soft. That is, until you realize that all of those horror stories can be avoided by finding the right concrete contractor. So what are the main questions you need to ask an installer before getting a concrete countertop from them?
How long have they been doing the work? And who have they done the work for? You know, maybe some previous customers or testimonials. What are their guarantees? Do they guarantee against cracking and staining and so forth? Those are really key things. Can I come and see the product made? Do you have a showroom? Showroom is key. You know, showroom really will display what they're capable of doing and the options that they have, and they should be able to manage that customer's expectations with the use of a showroom. Show them samples, show them options and design options. Talk to them about what can and can't be done. So those are very, very important things. Do they have a shop? And I think the other thing is their door open for you to pop in at any time you want to and see their job in progress? We make a point of that. I think it's very important for the customer to be involved. The more they're involved, the better off it is for both parties.
And Blade's not kidding.
Is somebody here?
We had to stop our lesson short so he could meet with customers who walked in to check the progress of their job.
Hi, how are you?
But straight after that, we got right back on track. And the first thing I wanted to know was, is there anything good about concrete countertops?
So just a lot of benefits to concrete. Plus it's sterile, it's easy to clean, easy to maintain, and if it's done correctly, it's very functional and durable.
What about easy to repair?
Repairability, a high quality concrete contractor should be able to repair it without too much problem at all, because he would save the mix designs, the color designs, and he knows exactly how we produced the product in the first place, and most repairs our company can do on site and you would know the repair was done.
Which brought me to my next question. So when you go to find a concrete countertop installer, should they pour that on site or should they pre-make it?
It's much better, for obvious reasons, to what we call precast. When you precast a concrete countertop, you cast it in a shop or in a controlled environment, as you just mentioned. Pouring it on site means I would come into your home, and you can imagine the mess that could be. and try to pour it in your kitchen and trowel it and finish it and seal it and do all the things that need to be done to try to get the result that we're looking for. There's no way you can get a countertop as smooth as this. I don't care how good of a finisher you are, and there's some really good ones out there, but you'd never get it this flat and smooth pouring a job like this on site.
And of course, after talking about it, Blade had to show me how it was done.
So we'd come out and we'd make a template of your existing countertop. Then we build our walls up to the template. And that's how we get the size and shape. There we'll mix in the big mixer, get the material, we'll add all the colors, and then we'll pour it on that table. That table then vibrates, it gets all the air out, because all it needs is material, makes it much stronger. When it's ready, we'll flip it over and we'll start the finishing and filling process and actual sealing process.
But before you can have a concrete countertop made, you've got to decide what you want. And there's no better way to get inspiration than to hit the portfolio books and see the options, which of course was my favorite part. So this job, when they came to you, what did they say? How does that start?
Well, typically they'd come to us with their design wishes, if you will, and what they would like to see in the end result. And then from that point, we work with them to show them how they can accomplish those desires.
And when it comes to putting all different types of decorative features in your countertop, what can you do with concrete?
Really, again, it's pretty limitless.
From endless color options to countless shapes, concrete countertops can be formed exactly how you want them. After all, it's a poured material, so you can get pretty much whatever you want.
We can add integral sinks into the countertop. We can do undermount sinks, slope drain boards, soap dish depressions.
Wow.
There's basically no limit.
Which might be the true beauty of concrete countertops. They are 100% customizable to your needs, wants, and desires. And with that many design options, you're probably not going to see another concrete countertop like yours around. And that's what you could call unique. The takeaway with concrete countertops is they're incredibly durable, incredibly easy to maintain, and even more than that, it's so great because if you chip them, you can get them repaired. But that only happens if you go to a really good, really reputable concrete fabricator. Otherwise, you may end up with a horror story, and you know, you really don't want that. But I think the better thing we learned today is not to get caught up in the design plagues. I mean, you can find really cool, really unique products. If you just take the time to look, you'll be amazed at what you find, and it's definitely worth all the time researching, because when you see the look of astonishment on people's faces, it's a real conversation starter, let's just put it that way. But you know, it's about time for me to leave, because if you see, everyone else has. If you'd like the really awesome and helpful checklist for this video, visit AskTheDecorator.com. And even if you don't want the checklist, visit AskTheDecorator.com for tons of decorating videos, tips, and ideas. Plus, I'd really like to see you again. And come on, don't you want to see me again?